Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Freedom League Dark in the Multiverse of the Master Mage, the final countdown. Thank you for joining us for your weekly dose of superhero shenanigans. My name is Alex, and I will be your humble game master this evening. I'm also the person who put count in all caps because I wanted to make sure people got the reference. Tonight, we are playing Green Ronin Publishing's Mutants and Masterminds, the world's greatest superhero RPG. M&M is a D20 system which generates cinematic superhero action through its central mechanic of a D20 plus a modifier versus a difficulty check. Also, I'm dog sitting, and if you hear Puka yelling at the rabbits in the yard, that's her job. She's not happy about it. It is a super M&M is a super simple system and allows a ton of flexibility for gamers looking to tell stories ripped right out of their favorite comics and movies. There's also a wide open character creation system to bring your ideal superhero to life. The last thing I want to touch on mechanically is one of my favorite game mechanics ever. Mutants and Masterminds gives players hero points to supercharge their actions in game. These points can be used to reroll dice, to edit a scene to include something the GM didn't explicitly describe, and even to modify or improve a character's powers for that extra oomph to get out of a sticky situation. Hero points are earned by leaning into genre tropes, acting heroically, good role-playing, jokes I think are funny, jokes I think aren't funny, and suffering setbacks just like superheroes in other media. However, here at the Untold Stories Project, we have another way for our plucky heroes to earn these points, and that is from you, the audience. Anyone who follows, subscribes, or renews a subscription or donates bits to the stream is given a hero point that you may give to the hero or game master of your choice. Actually, as a matter of fact, I think somebody on Patreon has a hero point for Cat. Is that right?
Yes. Oh my gosh. I think it was Warden Maximus.
It was Warden Maximus. I remembered. Haha.
I forgot about that.
I
Thanks,
almost
Warden
did until
Maximus.
just now. So I'm going to give Cat that extra hero point, and I heard a ding, so I think somebody else. Jonesy has one for Resonant.
Ooh, nice. Thank you.
So I'm sure they won't be necessary. You guys are going to be fine, right? We have gathered some celluloid heroes tonight. Say, yo, heroes.
Yo, heroes.
I want to give everyone a chance to tell us a little bit about themselves, the character they will be playing, and have them answer my question of the day, which is, which reality TV show would your character star in? And I'm going to start with Deuce.
Hey everybody, I'm the Deuce. I'm the Liam of the USB to Overdrive's Chris Hemsworth, the other Hemsworth brother, but he's still kind of lovable. I'm playing Gator Man, who is part Gator, part man. Makes sense. And obviously, someone who enjoys cooking, is thoughtful about cooking, and can scrounge up using what modest ingredients are available. Gator Man would obviously be on the reality show 90 Day Fiancé. Don't ask. And with that, broke Cat. So
Wait.
we'll go to
You
Andy.
can't just wander off without deepening that.
I can watch. Over to you, Andy.
Hey everyone, I'm Andy. I am here for our superhero shenanigans tonight. As I am on most Wednesday nights. Let's start over, maybe, sort of. You can also find me over on our YouTube channel where I'm the host of the Storyforge series, and over on our website where I write some blog posts. Tonight, I am playing Resonant, our resident gem mage, and the reality show that she would probably be a part of would be, I'm going to date myself here, but if anyone remembers the television show Frasier, I imagine that would kind of be the reality show that she would be partaking in, some way of giving advice and helping people work through their problems. And with that, I will pass it over to Calvin.
Okay. Hey everyone, I'm Calvin, and tonight I will be playing Bowman, the agile archer with the awesome array of arrows. Here on Tuesdays and Wednesdays and Friday in the podcast. To answer the question, so I thought the question was what show would they watch, not show what they star in. So I don't know if I have an answer. I don't know. I kind of feel maybe he'd end up on one of those dating shows where you're all put on an island, but it's also you also have to like hunt each other or something. I don't know. Look, it's like he doesn't know how relationships work. His last relationship was just with the person he dated in high school, and then after that it was someone who tried to blow up the universe, and everything else is just like putting on stuff for his secret identity. So yeah, he would go on a dating show to find out how dating works.
Is he going on the boat tour?
Yeah, you have to give out the final arrow. Yeah, of course. that's exactly where he would be.
That's right. You can't spell a rose without arrows.
Oh my god.
Yes,
I
yes,
mean,
you
Bowman
can.
can't. And yeah, I'll pass it to Jonesy.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for tuning in tonight. My name is Jonesy, and I will be playing Mortis, our living dead guy. He is the guardian of the crossroads and the all around spooky necromancer guy. And as far as what reality show Mortis would be duped into going on to, I suspect he wouldn't want to go on any of them. But if he had to go on one of them, he would probably go into one of those competition shows like The Masked Singer or something. He'll be voted off almost immediately because he can't carry a tune in the bucket.
Cool costume though.
Crossroads Got Talent.
Okay, my turn?
Yes.
Okay. Hi, my name's Kat. I'm playing Centuria today. You can find me here on Wednesdays, and then on when our podcast releases on Fridays, I am in that as well. As for the question of the day, I thought a lot about this actually. I thought about it probably entirely too much, but I had the day off, so I'm gonna set the scene here, okay? Smash of the century. Multiple identical rooms. Centuria's in one. Groups of contestants are in the others. Centuria just mashes and demolishes everything in her room, and your goal is to get as close to her time destroying everything as you can. And the closer you get to her time, the better the prizes get. So yeah, smash of the century. And I will hand it back to Alex.
I love
And
that
heroes.
because the contestants are totally called attackers.
Here I was imagining Cat or Centuria as one of the relic guardians from
Legends of the Hidden Temple.
yes.
She just pushes
And they
kids
never-
down when they come up the obstacle course.
and they never know when she's just gonna bust through a wall, grab them, and
Oh yeah.
Don't go to the shrine of the Silver Monkey.
I was expecting, Centuria on the Great British Bake Off, but
I could have done
Where-
like Deuce. You know how I'm really good at, smashing and destroying things? Yeah, so that's why I'm on the Great British Bake Off.
I like it. I'm on it. I'm here for it.
Oh, awesome. I think that's everybody. If I was going to be on a
Except
reality
Alex.
TV show, I would want to be on Pooch Perfect, which is the show where they color dogs. They like groom them and they color them and they make them pretty, and you get to hang out with dogs all day. That's great. Miss Violent Violent says that Centuria should be on The Bachelorette or Smashing Hearts.
She's got enough problems of her own, man.
Morris would avoid any kind of bachelor show after the whole Arctic Fox thing.
Mhm.
Well, Bowman's angling to be on season 2 of that Bachelor show.
Bowman was giving it his all.
Bowman was like, "I'm gonna hunt my dates." Okay.
I guess this is how people do it.
8 single women released into the woods. One Bowman has to find his love.
Well, that's what he gets from learning from Sophia what a relationship should be.
Mm.
Next year, watch Shop Through the Heart on the WB, because of course it's the WB.
Oh, what was that Poison love show where you got to date Bret Michaels and that was the prize for some reason? Was it Rock of Love? Is
That's
that what it was? I don't remember.
Rock of Love. Yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
that's more like something that you lose. That's the you lose. You have to date Bret Michaels.
Oh,
It's a pass from me.
Rock of
You
Love.
might think it's a pass, but when Bowman comes gunning for you, you never pass.
Oh my god.
Well, I think without further ado, we are good to go ahead and get started. Last time we left our heroes, they had been trapped within Wanda's version of the Idiot Box. They've been traveling through a couple of different TV programs in the Marvel Universe, including, in no particular order, the second season of Contessa, which has gotten a new showrunner and is now called Contessa vs. the Count, and they've stepped away from Regency romance and into paranormal romance. They still kept Regé Park, though, because, obviously, Regé Page. His name is impossible to pronounce for me. I don't know why. That handsome fellow who's a paladin on D&D. Unclothed and Concerned, where they were naked and powerless in the woods, being hunted by Craven the Hunter. Mortis the Orthodontist, where Mortis was a colorful cartoon orthodontist whose job was to inflict mass trauma upon his patients for the entertainment of stoned teenagers, probably. They also had a return to the joy of painting, where the group was able to band together to create a wonderful work of art, which you can see a sample of behind Calvin's head here on stream, or over on Discord. And
Yeah,
they stumbled into Rover Rescue as well, which is a sort of cartoon dog rescue show, and very similar to Paw Patrol. They sort of flicked between channels as Deadpool and Quirk, and oddly enough, Resonant decreed, because Resonant got pissed at one point and said, "I'm done with this," and they changed the channel. They spent a lot of time in the Contessa show, where they found their way to a small town of Nevada, and they ran into Bruce Banner, a troubled man in that town who seems to have a darker alter ego that he transforms into. They brought him back to the Contessa's Manor, where Resonant, Mortis, Henry McCoy, and Bruce Banner have banded together to work on some kind of alchemical cure for his affliction. But, unfortunately, not all is safe here in the Contessa's Manor, as Bowman was keeping an eye on everything, and he spotted an enormous man barreling through the woods towards the manor house, dressed in red steel, flanked by Dracula? Question mark? Big goth guy in a black costume with a red gem on his chest, and a woman with diamond skin following along after him, which is where we're going to pick up tonight. I'm going to move our players over to the map, and then I'm going to move the audience over to the map. And if everybody can find your token and click on your token and roll for initiative for me.
Okay.
What the heck, Resonant?
Am I supposed to be on a new map?
You are supposed to be on a new map.
I've been on the same map for the past like 6 weeks.
Map, we just
That's weird. How about now?
I am now on a new map. Where am I? Oh, there I am. All right.
That's my bad.
Okay.
Apparently I didn't drag you over with the others when I brought you out of the Praetrix's ceremony.
I've actually been getting like so irritated by it because every time I open Roll20, I'm like, ugh, it's the same freaking map again. Like, it's just irrationally irritating.
Why didn't you say something?
Because like I thought everybody else was on the same page, and I was like, nobody else is saying anything, so like I don't want to be that bitch.
You didn't miss a map last week, so I don't think you've actually missed a new map, but that's funny
And
that you've
that's
been
sort
stuck
of
there
the thing
forever.
too, that I was just like, well, we haven't won anywhere.
I guess this is where I live now, said Centuria.
Don't make her
Sorry.
angry. You wouldn't like Centuria when she's angry.
All right, I've got Resonant, I've got Gatorman, I've got Bowman, I've got Mortis. Where's Centuria's initiative?
Down there.
24.
Oh, Centuria didn't click on her
It
token.
should be there. Yes, I did!
It didn't add to the thing.
It doesn't light up.
That's silly.
She doesn't have control of her token.
No, I can't move it.
Well, what the hell?
Oh, now I can.
Okay,
I don't know, bud.
who knows? I don't know.
24.
I added it in. Everybody else is in
Thanks.
there, so life is good. All right, so our initiative, and for those of you keeping track at home, I am keeping everybody on the same hero points that they had at the end of last session. So we've got Resonant on 30, Centuria on 24, Blade on 20, Beast on 17, Bowman on 14, Mr. Dracula on 14, Juggernaut on 13, Mortis on 10, Emma Frost on 9, Gatorman on 8, Cyclops on 5. That checks out. So, Resonant, you're up first.
All right, we have full access to our powers here, right?
Yes. They're a little
Okay.
different. I mean, they function the same way, but they're a little more steampunky than they are in your traditional universe.
Okay, so flight is still an option.
Yes. Yep.
All right.
And you guys have
Well,
Rocky
Bow-
Talkies that you're able to communicate.
Right,
your
which
stuff.
is just how Bowman let us know what was going on.
Mhm.
All right, so Resonant is going to find an open window in the room that they are in, and she is going to fly out and get a bird's eye view of what's actually happening. So I will basically fly up to where Bowman is. And then I will battlefield awareness this group here. So there are 3 individuals. I will roll an insight check at -3 to learn what I can about all 3 of them.
Andy, an important bit of note: are you
Okay.
exiting through which side of the building are you exiting from?
The one that leads back to the manor house.
Okay, so you're going to find like a window or something on the south side here and head over.
Yep, that's my plan.
Perfect.
All right, so I have modified my insight roll, and I will roll 3 times for each of these individuals, Alex.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's a natural 1. That's a 4. And that's a natural 20.
Were you just doing them in order, like left to right?
Yep, left to right. So
You still might get Jug on a 21.
that was what I was thinking. I'm like, oh, I might.
I rolled a 4 to get a 5 for the Juggernaut. So, Resonant, you're able to determine from the Juggernaut that he is a higher power level than you are, and you will get 3 of his exact numbers.
Okay. Toughness.
His
Just
toughness
because-
is a 22,
That's kind of what I
and
figured.
it is impervious.
That's also what I figured. We're really not doing that. Dodge.
His dodge is a 4.
Okay. And I will forego a 3rd one for weakness.
Looking down upon him, you can tell that the mystical force field that surrounds him is demonic in nature. And you believe that magical or blessed effects are able to just ignore the impervious part of his toughness.
Okay. All right. Next up would be Mr. Dracula.
Mr. Dracula. Because honestly, if any X-Men villain was going to be Dracula, it would be Mr. Sinister.
It would be, yes.
He has rolled higher than you.
He has. And last but not least is the White Queen herself.
She might be able to beat a 40. No, she can't beat a 40.
I was going to say, she can probably get close.
Not if I roll a 5. What the hell?
No, not if you roll a 5.
So you're able to find out that she is equal power level to you,
Okay.
and you're able to get 3 of her exact numbers.
You said she's in diamond form.
Yes.
So let's go with fortitude.
Her fortitude is a 6.
Not what I was expecting in diamond form. Let's go with Let's go with one of her attack rolls.
She only has one attack roll, and that is at a 13.
Okay.
The others are just hit.
Mm-hmm. That's what I figured as well. And then let's also go for a weakness if she has one.
She does not have a standard weakness.
Okay. All right, so I will pass that information along to our party, specifically Mortis. You and I probably have to take on the big guy. It's the only way we're going to get anything on him because he is a brick house.
Did you figure out about the helmet out of character?
I mean, Andy knows exactly what needs to happen. Resonant, I don't think got that information.
Okay. I didn't know if you got it with your insight check.
It's like I asked for weaknesses, and I'm assuming that would be rolled into it, Alex.
I guess that's also a weakness technically.
Yeah.
It's not a complication on his character sheet, but he does have
Right.
a device that is possibly removable.
Yeah.
You could tell that the helmet has some kind of magical warding in it, is designed to ward off will-based effects.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So yeah, I'll let Mortis know about that as well. Well, I'll let the whole team know about that as well. But he's the heavy hitter, but he's probably more of a distraction than anything else. I'd be worried about the one I couldn't get a read on and his companion. All right. I think we said battlefield awareness is a regular standard action, so we're not. So that's it for Resonant's turn this time.
Okay, you don't want to use extra effort or anything?
Nope, not yet.
Cool. Centuria, you've received all of this information over the Rocky Talkies.
Well, it's funny that Resonant says that the big hitter is probably more of a distraction, because that's pretty much what I'm going to do. So I'm going to fly out a window to the side here, and then I'm going to swoop around and ground strike right here, which is a 30-foot radius.
That's
Nice.
So,
Dodge save for everything in the radius.
Yep. Contessa, this is your house.
It's just the grounds out front.
You should have seen what she did to her carriage.
we pay the workers well, don't worry.
That's damage 13. Okay, so it's a DC 23 dodge save. Juggernaut does not roll a 23 dodge save, so he'll be looking for the full 28 toughness. He'll make that. Mr. Sinister Dracula makes the dodge save, so he'll be rolling against a DC 22. And he'll be okay. And Emma Frost succeeds on the dodge save and succeeds on the toughness save. As you explode down, Centuria, you don't seem to have done anything but annoy these people.
Well, hopefully they're looking at me now, so it's fine.
Actually, Mr. Sinister is looking down at you. And he
Great.
says, "What a lovely night to meet you again, Contessa.
Sure.
I have longed to
Hey.
drink your blood ever since the masquerade ball. Bleh."
Stop. Well, come and get it then.
Are you happy hanging out there?
Mhm.
Blade over here is the Rocky Talkies on Gatorman's side. And he's going to jump, explode through this window, and ice skate uphill over here to stand next to Centuria.
God damn.
He's not Ice Man.
No, but some motherfuckers always be ice skating uphill. In the immortal words of Blade.
Told you, Blade. Shoot your shot, buddy. You got this. God.
And he comes rushing up next to you, Centuria, giving off this wonderful smell of cedar wood and cinnamon as he draws his silver-plated sword. And he points it at Dracula and says, "No one will strike the Contessa, not while I draw breath." And he will jump on.
Centuria is a
Mr.
little
Sinister.
impressed, but also like, what the shit?
Blah. Oh, he misses. He gets a 14 to hit Mr. Sinister. So Dracula raises his hands, and the dark shadows move Blade out of the way. Beast is going to look at Mortis and say, "Do you think somebody should stay here with Dr. Banner?"
Yes.
All right, I'll keep an eye here on the lab and continue working on the solution. And he will continue working on the solution. Bowman. Bowman might be on mute.
Bowman's definitely on mute.
Okay.
That's a new one.
Bowman's on mute, but Calvin's face isn't.
This our world's so weird.
Right. So I know the big guy's probably a distraction, but I want to at least help make him easier to get rid of. So I am going to attempt an agile feint, probably doing a flip while I shoot an arrow or something. And I'm going to try to apply that to the Juggernaut. So I will roll you some acrobatics. It's pretty good.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe he has good deception. Or what is it?
Deception,
insight.
insight, or will. Or no, it's not. It's acrobatics, insight, or will when you're doing agile feint.
Right.
Yeah, pop off, King. You have fully fainted him.
Okay, I do have set up 4, so Bowman's basically going to very dramatically flip to a different part of the roof as he pulls out an arrow and then fires it, and it just sort of like ricochets and dings off of Juggernaut's helmet.
Yeah, there's a great pinging noise, and he looks up at you with his beady eyes. He points one meaty hand as big as your whole body at you.
Bowman just waves.
I'm coming up there, and I'm gonna put that bow in your ass.
We'll see about
Centuria
that.
is so annoyed right now.
Well, if it helps, he is, I believe, vulnerable.
Yeah, he is vulnerable.
Yeah, vulnerable to everyone because I've set up 4. Everyone but me, I guess.
Yep.
All right, anything else, Bowen?
Nope. I'm going to leave that to my friends.
Are you staying in that same general area?
Yeah, he's got to work to come up here, and I got a good view of everything.
All right, Dracula. Why does Mr. Sinister have so many powers?
I don't know, Alex. Why'd you build him that way?
That's how he is. Wikipedia told me. Or the Marvel Wiki told me.
I mean, in popular lore, they can turn to mist. They can say, "Oh, Mr. Sinister, right?"
Blade was dumb enough to get in his face, so he's gonna mental blast him. And Blade has to make a will save because it's perception range. He will take a bruise and a daze as Mr. Sinister takes a commanding pose and lords over him and raises a hand, and his eyes flash red, and you see an aura of red light surround Blade's head as he clutches his hands to his temples and drops to his knees. This is your great defender, Contessa.
No,
You must truly choose better.
I did not choose him.
Then you have chosen me. And he comes forward. You have decided to walk the night's waltz with me.
Okay.
And then the Juggernaut's gonna Juggernaut and slam into the bottom of the building here, trying to knock it over.
I'm glad I'm flying.
Oh, yeah.
Oops.
Oh,
One of these days I'll get that parachute arrow.
Oh,
He hits the building, and it's a free critical hit because it's an object, so the building has to roll a toughness versus a 36. Bowman, this is
Ow.
affecting you the most, so why don't you roll a toughness check for the plaster for me?
Okay, it's just you want just like a d20?
It's a d20 plus 8.
Plaster's got a party toughness for plaster.
Well-made house, Andy.
Old world virgin timbers. That's what gets it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm rich. Count Contessa. That's a 22. 36 minus 22 is a difference of 14. So that will begin toppling this portion of the building. Bowman, give me an acrobatics check.
Or as Warden Maximus has called it, an acrobatics check.
Old Tybo.
Pretty one
Acrobatics.
for acrobatics.
Oh, Bowman being in a Tybo commercial feels perfect for me.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that would be so awesome. With the mask on.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Bowman blanks, teaching you self-defense.
Bowman with a 31, you are able to land in the rubble without taking any harm. But the Juggernaut is going to use extra effort to try and crush you.
God.
Not sure at person level. But he only gets a 21 to hit.
Yeah.
Which I don't think hits Bowman.
Oh no, not at all.
Yeah, so he storms through. White stone and red brick just starts falling down, collapsing around you as you topple down amongst the exploding, showering rubble of the building. The Juggernaut stomps out of the darkness with his glowing gemstone cast against the smoke and the fog, and he tries to smash into you with his mighty fist, and you're able to get out of the way. Mortis.
So yeah. What to do with, all of this? I think. Well, let me know if I'm wrong, but I believe I know where Juggernaut is.
Yeah. I think
Sound of
people in the
crashing
village
rubber.
next door know where the Juggernaut is.
And they're still running away.
Yeah.
Morris is going to fly over and basically fly through the building to get to Juggernaut. And as I'm doing it, I'm going to use my ethereal disarm to try to remove said helmet.
I'm going to give you a hero point, Jonesy.
And as I learned that, like Shadowcat does, that doesn't work anymore.
What? Mortis is Shadowcat. That's fun. Actually, Mortis, as you fly into the rubble to try and grasp with your ethereal powers the helmet, Dracula, over next to Centuria, says, "You don't understand. I am the master of the undead," and he's going to try and pull you into him with an instant counter. So, I need a d20 check plus your ghost stuff. Your ghost rank, I think it's 13.
Bitch, please. You're the master of the children of the night. I'm the master of the wraiths. So let me double check. What is going to be the highest rank I've got?
Mortis is here for the CW drama.
Oh yes. Well, he's. Well, is this a CW Dracula?
It's Netflix. It's a Netflix original. Which might as well be the CW.
Well, is he a pretty Dracula or is he,
How
hot is the Dracula?
I mean, he's a Nathaniel Essex Dracula. It's up to you how
90s
pretty
David
that
Bowie
is.
Dracula.
So I think it's hilarious. I got a whopping 14 versus Dracula's 31, so he owned my bitch ass.
So you go flying
Bitch,
in,
please.
and he yanks, and you're pulled away from Juggernaut and slightly out of that melee, a little bit closer to Dracula and Centuria.
My creature of the night. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, on a scale of Dracula hotness, he's a little bit better than Nicolas Cage, but a lot worse than Gary
Oh.
Oldman.
Oh,
A
Needs
lot
to
worse
be
than
listed.
Gary Oldman.
as long as he's not the Dracula. Well, one bonus for not being the Dracula from Buffy, but
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
but I want me, a Louis or an Amon,
Mm.
a Lestat. Yeah, sorry.
Those are pretty attractive Draculas. I like them. Yeah, Anne Rice did not write this Dracula.
Feels like an AI wrote this Dracula.
I mean, take that, ChatGPT. I can still do your job.
That's a little harsh, Andy.
No, I meant the stereotypicalness of it. I knew Alex wrote this Dracula.
Emma Frost is going to come over here. She's going to give Centuria a bit of a wide berth. She's going to give you a look, Centuria. Give me an insight check. Centuria, when did you get so good at insight? And being on mute.
I've been talking the whole time. That's pretty high for me. I really thought that was gonna be like a 10. So I actually have a 12 in insight, so it couldn't have been. But
The look on this woman's face as she walks by you is, this is embarrassing. I'm sorry this is happening. As you were. And she's going to come sneaking around this way. She noticeably gives you a wide berth.
okay.
Gatorman.
Well, since Emma's not doing anything, and I'm gonna give Blade his moment to shine, which is a mistake.
No, a mistake
gonna-
is what he's about to do with his next action.
But tish.
I'm here for it. Look, he's got to shoot his shot. I want to give him that chance. So we're gonna go screw with the distraction that is the Juggernaut, because that's smart.
I'm the Juggernaut.
Yeah.
Squishy.
Let's just go through. Let's walk out the front door like a gentleman. Walk up to the Juggernaut and try and grab hold of him and pin him down. Also a mistake, but we live for it.
He's vulnerable.
So let's try and grab him. Let's see what happens. 2 gator hands.
2 gator hands. Reaching out.
19.
19 will hit.
Gotcha.
Fun.
Don't think he gets through his impervious.
I've got to give you a hero point, because he's actually immune to entrapment.
Ooh.
So you go to try to grab a hold of him, but there's this sort of energy surge that washes over you and pushes you back when you try to impede his movement in any sort of way.
Sounds good.
There's another character operating on turn 8. It's not in the initiative tracker at the moment. Does Hank McCoy notice? No.
Alex, just so you know, if you don't know, you can actually roll those initiatives and add them to the initiative tracker. If the token's hidden, they don't show up on the turn tracker.
Oh, good. I did it. He is on the turn tracker. I didn't know if you guys could see him or not.
Nope.
Nope.
Nice.
That's pretty handy. Not that I've ever used it.
He's going to go over there and do the thing. Cyclops has 30 feet of movement.
Just running down the hallway.
Na-na-na-na-na-na.
He will run down the hallway and run some more out into the courtyard where the big Juggernaut pileup is happening.
Let's see.
And he
You
too
got-
will draw a sword, and he will put his hand up to his glasses. What were you gonna say, more, Jonesy?
Like you guys got the X-Men theme song stuck in your head, and I got Running Up the Hill stuck in my head. So yeah.
I got Benny Hill.
Resonant, over to you.
All right. Well, I want to deal with the distraction as quickly as possible. So Resonant is going to pull on the power of her topaz, which means her eyes become a piercing yellow and her hair becomes the color of golden flax. And she's going to call down a Tempest Flash against Juggernaut because it has alternate resistance dodge.
Oof.
Yeah.
Well, that's annoying.
Oh, I know. That's a 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
And that's a DC 28 dodge check.
I can't make a DC 28 dodge check. Subtract 2 from this. Oof. That'll be a 15.
That'll be
Difference of 13.
difference is 13. Staggers him.
Oof. He will take that stagger.
All right.
Unhappily.
That has a secondary effect, which will come back around next turn.
Curses.
I will move out of the melee, noticing that Mortis got pulled away from the fight. I don't have to be in line of sight for the secondary effect to go off, do I?
No, it's sort of hovering over there next to him.
Okay. Resonant is going to make... Seeing as how everybody's away from Banner, Resonant is going to make a beeline back over there just to make sure... That's Bowman. There we go. Just to make sure that nothing is happening over here, because we've kind of left Beast alone.
Give me a perception check when you go back over there, Resonant.
Certainly. Okay. Crit. Sorry, Alex.
Well, Resonant, you fly in through that window and you see Hank is sort of distractedly preparing some more chemicals and reagents and stuff, and Banner is leaned over a beaker of his own, burning something away, and there is a horrible squat little man stuck on the wall with a long prehensile tongue that looks like he is getting ready to spit some kind of something onto Dr. Banner.
Where exactly is he at?
I will add him to the
map.
to the token layer.
All right. Well, I will finish my movement as I summon my and I will extra effort as I summon my electrical sword.
Don't know.
And I will slash at the... I will Tempest Rush the squat man with the prehensile tongue. I will roll a 3. Ow.
He sort of squeaks and rolls out of the way.
Yep. Hank, Dr. Banner, get out of here.
Be mindful of him. He is the Toad.
Okay.
You will find that he is very dangerous.
Oh, okay.
No word as to what happens when he gets struck by lightning, though. And on their turn, they'll probably shuffle away.
Yep. That's the end of my turn.
Centuria.
Alright, Centuria will say into the comms what she just witnessed with Diamond Lady. Say that she seems regretful, but she's also heading off down the path to my left. So she will tell that. And then she's going to punch Mr. Sinister in the face.
Stall.
With a crit, because of my awesome improved thing.
It doesn't have to be like this, my love.
Smack.
Yeah, so 26 to hit, DC 38.
Those are my biting teeth. Ugh.
She's defending her man. She's doing it.
No.
DC 38, you say? Oh, don't suck. Oh, that sucked.
You're asking a vampire not to suck? I mean, yes, that's the correct response, but
You know, the reason I
no.
picked Mr. Sinister instead of Dracula for this scenario is because Centuria always one-shots Dracula when she runs into him,
And
and
and the trend has continued.
People who cosplay that, I get it.
Stop putting
He-
us up against Dracula.
he now needs new dentures to suck.
Sure, he just looks at Jonesy. I'm the master of undead.
Dracula doesn't suck. Dracula scrape and lick.
Ew, no, I hated that episode.
So, Mr. Sinister, what happens to him, Centuria, as you rock his whole world?
So she'll literally like just say the words that she says, turns back and be like, and then literally just wreck him, punch him right in the mouth, knocks all his teeth out. Homie goes unconscious. Nothing crazy. She just punches him in the face.
Mm.
And then she'll glare at Blade.
He looks awestruck at you.
Blade
You
uses
should
his action
come-
to swoon.
Over
Yes.
here.
Young Blade in love.
He looks at you. He says, that was the most amazing thing I've ever seen anyone do in my entire life. And he drops to one knee.
Centuria's face is like blood red.
Then
at
he
this
pulls out a
point.
stake and he drives it through Dracula's heart and turns him into dust.
Okay.
But then he
Right.
looks up
Flips
at you
then
like,
he,
oh,
and then he flips open the end of the stake, and there's a wedding ring inside of it.
what a show.
And C.
Um,
Yep.
All right.
Centuria will use this opportunity to move. And she's gonna go stand in front of Emma Frost.
She looks at you as you're standing in front of her, or are you hovering in front of her?
I guess I'm hovering. I feel like I don't actually stand a lot of the time.
She sort of sighs and... I appreciate you getting rid of that fool.
So what's your deal?
We're trapped in a TV show. I don't think you'll believe me.
I do.
Oh,
I am also trapped in a TV show. Well, we are.
then you're aware of what's happening. Good.
Are you still villains?
I wasn't a villain to begin with. Well,
It's complicated.
They try to retcon you all you
But
want.
are you a villain now?
no, I'm trying to accomplish the objective here,
Which is?
which is to awaken the Hulk.
And why would we want to do that?
He is the character that has the most magical energy that's been poured into him. Sort of the load-bearing consequence of this particular show.
Explain it to me like I'm a toddler.
Alright, so the magic that is keeping everybody trapped in here is tethered to certain individual people from my reality. Dr. Banner is one of them.
So if we release him, the Hulk or whatever, then this should end, or this show will end.
This show will end, and the entire ritual will lose some of its potency.
Okay.
At least that's what happened in the other shows that I've traveled through.
Can I move again?
You can spend a hero point if you want to.
I have so many. Yeah, I'll spend a hero point. Here, and then I'm gonna fly to where they are. I'm not even saying bye, I'm just gonna leave.
I'm picturing Resonant saying, okay, now get out of here, Dr. Banner, and Centuria flies in and punches him in the face.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it.
That'll be another time.
Then Blade puts a stake in his heart, and the show's over. Great.
Beast is going to grab Dr. Banner, and they're going to shuffle on out of here. Bowman.
I guess I'll just keep making Juggernaut vulnerable for now, since he's the biggest combat threat until we figure out a way to. I mean, for now at least. So yeah, I'll just keep doing Agile Feint and then grapple up to the roof. Assuming this succeeds. And I don't get super punched. 32.
Yeah, that succeeds. I don't even need to roll.
Okay. So this time he's just gonna shoot like 2 arrows, and they're both gonna hit like at the sides of the helmet. And then he'll swoop up to a different part of the roof with the grapple bow or grapple arrow.
He looks frustrated
And-
about this.
Yeah, he'll keep taunting. He'll be like, "I'd be annoyed about you knocking down the bell tower if you didn't bring another bell right to me."
Is Gatorman the bell in this situation?
No,
Are
I
we
mean
talking-
the helmet.
Oh.
Sorry, are we
Oh,
talking
you meant, like-
BELLE or are we talking BELL?
You didn't mean pretty girl. Got it.
I didn't ask for these clothes.
Oh my god.
Gatorman's in a yellow dress now.
I declare.
All right, good job, Bowman. Juggernaut is not feeling great. He's staggered, so he's going to spend 5 points of all-out attack to try and chuck Gatorman at Bowman.
I say, on hand, Maze boy.
So,
What a gentleman.
aha! 30 to hit Gatorman.
Oh yeah.
Give me a strength check, Gatorman.
That seems appropriate.
You are grabbed. That's square. And I'm going to give Bowman and Gatorman a hero point as he chucks Gatorman up at Bowman, still using the 5 points of all-out attack. We're going to roll a crit.
Are we?
No, we're not.
Nope.
It's a 22, which is not going to hit Bowman.
Nope.
Gatorman, you still will slam into the roof up there, so I'll need a toughness save from Gatorman, but Bowman's able to get out of the way.
We're back in the cartoon.
We all know thrown things only work when they're thrown by Centuria.
This is like, my teeth hurt.
Oh, my toofers. 22.
22 would just be a bruise in a daze.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah, it's a difference in 9. So, boom, you fly up there onto the roof next to Bowman.
Oh.
And his regeneration will get rid of the bruise. Because regeneration works backwards. Mortis, over to you.
So take 2.
No, not my helmet.
I'm going to try to take his helmet.
Fair. Go ahead and roll to hit for me. He's currently on a -1 dodge if that affects your decisions in any way.
No, it does not.
Hmm.
Where's my disarm? There it is. 27 to hit.
I just saw Warden Maximus say he's a Nosferatu. That's rude as hell. 27 will hit. What is that
Yes,
resisted
so-
by? Oh, it's a disarm. It's a disarm. So it's going to be... it's going to be his dodge versus your damage rank. Or the rank of your disarm power, which looks like it is a 4? It should probably be a 13. It should probably be higher than that.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll a d20 plus 13 for me, and I'll roll a d20 minus 1.
That is a 31.
You have successfully phased his helmet off of his head. And his eyes stop glowing with that red hot intensity, but he's still trucking, trying to do something in his final throws here. Is there anything else you'd like to do, Mortis?
No, it's substantial.
I'm a ghost now. Alright. Emma Frost is going to keep walking up the road here. And as she comes around the corner there, she's going to turn off her diamond skin and turn back into her regular self. She's going to reach out with her mind and do something.
Reach out, touch. Right?
Dun, 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 dun.
Reach out, touch, brain.
Mm-hmm.
You shut down King Orca. That's fabulous.
And Dr. Banner's got to roll a will save for me. Oh, that's not good. He gets a 13, which is going to miss it by 10, so he's compelled. He's out of the room where you guys are, but you can hear him drop to the ground holding his head and screaming in discontent. Let's see what happens on his turn. Gatorman.
Well, that hurt. And you know he doesn't have helmet, so why not? Let's jump down on the Juggernaut and take a bite out of crime.
Oh no! It's McGruff the crime alligator.
And just all out power attack for 5. Yeah, sure. Crime's coming.
Whew,
So it's 17 to hit.
that'll hit.
DC is 35.
35, you say?
The dickens, you say.
He misses by 9, so he will take a bruise and a daze. Importantly, preventing his regeneration from bringing his stagger back next round.
Just sling myself off the roof, land on him, take a big old bite.
So there's an alligator on Juggernaut's big frame, rolling around on his head, biting, and he's screaming, trying to pull you away. Toad is going to look down at Resonant and Centuria and give sort of a horrible, ugly, cockeyed grin. And say, sounds like Emma Frost did my job for me, so I'm just going to scoot. Okay? Okay. Y'all have a nice day. And he's going to go leaping away from here, if you guys will let him.
I don't have anything to interrupt him, so.
Cyclops is going to shoot Juggernaut with a psychic beam, or with an optic beam, just kidding. And roll a natural 1, the only thing that he could roll to miss him.
Oh man, even with the vulnerability.
Yeah.
On brand, Scott. On brand.
A natural 1's always a miss.
Poor Cyclops.
And, yeah, he was trying not to hit Gatorman, that's why he missed.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Spicy.
Resonant, I'm going to roll a dodge save for the Juggernaut.
Yep. As another bolt of lightning comes out of the sky and strikes him.
So he's vulnerable to you.
Yep.
So his dodge goes down to 2, and then he's got 5 points of all out, so his dodge goes down to -3.
Ooh.
He gets an 8. So
Yeah, the DC is 28, so.
that will incapacitate him.
So everybody else that's standing around saw Resonant strike him with a lightning bolt and just fly off last round. This round, just another lightning bolt comes down and strikes him again. And they say never lightning never strikes twice.
Mm.
And Kane Marco falls to the ground, and Resonant looks at Centuria and goes, What did that what did he mean by that?
Centuria will say everything that Emma Frost said to her, and then be like, I don't know if she's telling the truth, but I'm assuming that's what he's talking about. She's trying to unleash whatever's inside that guy.
So you mean all that work I did last time?
Last episode.
Yeah. Last episode was pointless? Yay.
If she's telling the truth.
All right, let me get a read on it. I'm going to expertise magic on Dr. Banner to see if I can't hone in on. I suppose this would be actually this would probably be the magic perception, wouldn't it, Alex? For magic senses.
It would be magic perception to see if you can see the magic that Emma Frost is talking about. Expertise magic would verify if what she's saying it could possibly be true.
All right, I want to verify that it's actually true. So
Okay.
That's a 42.
That sounds plausible to your master mage understanding of how magic works. That's not how it worked with Quirk, but you get the impression that the Scarlet Witch may not be as powerful as an entity like Quirk and would need to basically set some things in place to function as anchoring points for this ritual that's turned Camartage into this TV land.
Is that the case with the entity that is controlling the Scarlet Witch actually powering her?
With it already being an extra dimensional being, you think that it's possible that it is something that it would have to do?
Okay.
Because it's basically adding influence into another pocket dimension after being in what is essentially a pocket dimension to itself. Even though this is your whole dimension. It's a pocket dimension to Chthon.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So Resonant will kind of throw up her hands and be like, I really, really hate this reality warping that's happening here. I hated it with Quark, and I hate it now.
Yeah, I don't really understand any of it, if I'm honest.
Sounds like what she was telling you was at least plausible. So if we want to finish this, I guess we have to force the magic out of him.
Well, if that scream in the hall was any indication, I think she's already getting there.
I guess we'll find out. And that will be the end of my turn. I will relay that information over the comms to the rest of the team so they know exactly what's going on.
Perfect. Centuria.
I will run out into the hallway.
You see in the hallway that Beast is looming over this enormous green gentleman in a blue waistcoat who is knelt on the ground with one hand down, sort of panting heavily and looking sort of confused but serene.
Okay. Well, I don't know what to do now. I'll tell Resonant that he did the thing.
Okay.
What should I do?
Get ready for what comes next, I suppose. I don't know. I'm not sure what to expect.
Okay. I will hold my action until Homeboy does something bad.
Okay. Well, the Hulk is up next, and he stands up and he looks at you, Centuria, and he says, I believe I'm feeling like myself. I don't have this overwhelming desire to rage and punish and give in to my base of desires.
Okay. Do you know what happens next?
No, I don't know that I do. Maybe Emma Frost will know.
Alright.
I heard her calling to me through whatever this is. And I'm going to take us out of combat because all of the combatants are out of here.
Well, then let's grab Resonant and go out to talk to Emma? Is that her name?
Yeah, it's Emma and Gemma.
Great.
It's Emma the Diamond Lady versus Resonant the Gem Lady.
Oh.
Well, that's gonna be weird.
I get to spit out a twitching juggernaut.
Don't bring him over here.
No, but I'm gonna go over to Blade and give him the low bones. Just, you did good.
Thank you. I feel I have acquitted myself very well in this trial of combat.
She appreciated the gallantry. You did good.
What?
Do you think she noticed?
I
What?
guarantee she did. She appreciated it. You stood in front. I mean, you went straight at him. You didn't even hesitate. You did good, kid.
I'm glad you think so, man of gators.
Give him a reassuring pat on the back before walking over to join the rest.
And everybody will sort of convene out here. And Mortis, importantly, everybody who still remains has a soul.
Does anyone have an extra one?
Nobody has an extra one.
Except not
Well,
even the Hulk.
I guess the Hulk has an extra one. But Mortis, importantly, the two souls inside the Hulk are different in some way than the last time you observed him. They seem to be more at peace and less struggling against like a cage or something.
Cool. I will make sure to tell Resident my observations.
Well, that's good. So, can anyone tell me what comes next?
Emma looks at her fingernails. She says, well, if it's like my other experiences, you'll get moved into another TV show here in a minute.
How many have you been through?
25.
Oh my god.
You must be a fan favorite.
Yeah. I'm not the only ex-person here, either.
How many of you are trapped here?
Trapped in the manner that I am, it's just myself and Jean, but most of the X-Men are trapped like these imbeciles, and she sort of looks over at Cyclops.
Oh, but you love him.
How do you know about that?
I can see it in your eyes.
I can feel it.
In your smile?
Yeah. I didn't want to go there, but thank you.
How do we get out?
And who's Jean?
She's another mega level telepath like myself.
And she's aware of what's going on, so if we run into her, we can
You can
count on her
collaborate
help.
with her.
Okay.
This is the first time that I've been in a show since Gene and I departed, though, that I've run into people who are aware of what's going on. You must
Carol-
be talented mystics or mentalists.
Centuria smirks at that.
Carol sent us to. Well, Carol told us that Wong may be here. We're trying to help undo what's going on.
Finding Wong might be the answer to ending this whole thing.
That was what we came to do before we got trapped in all of this. I sent Hawkeye back. I didn't want him joining us through this.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't have been very useful. She looks at the other guy with the bow and arrow.
You'd be surprised, but I didn't want our one link back to your resistance stuck in here with us.
So are you friends of Doctor Strange then?
Yes.
You've been working with him on his little side project that he doesn't want anybody to know about?
He's been helping us with a very large problem. One
But
that
a lot of-
impacts multiple realities.
He brought a lot of people over if he doesn't want to tell people about it.
Yes, he's annoying like that. Don't tell him, but I'm probably going to take a seat on the Illuminati soon. She winks at Centuria.
Is there anything else we should know about what you've been through in case we end up in a similar situation?
There's always one hero who is the focus of the event, the focus of the story that you're a part of. And I have found that if you act according to the intended plot of the story, you will eventually be brought into contact with the person in question. That's why I
The
was
loads.
happy to be the bride of Juggernaut Stein over there.
But have you felt any appreciable loss of power to this place since you've been doing this?
So far, no, but I am considerably more powerful than most people.
So maybe not playing along might buck the system and open it up?
You could try that. I've tried it in a couple of shows, but by myself, I haven't been able to do much against the scripting. And you notice that the Hulk begins to get hazy and disappear.
Guess that's a sign that this beat is over, huh?
Yes, this episode is over, and he's off. He's outside of the containment spell, as far as I can tell. I can't sense him anywhere nearby.
Right. Well, hopefully we can all be free of this place pretty soon. Find Wong, deal with the problem here, and we can get back to our bigger one.
So we won't be here for much longer. Casual tail nudge blade forward towards Centuria.
Centuria, noticeably the sun is beginning to come up here in the dark ruins of the manor house. And the golden beam of sunrise just sort of strikes Blade on his beautiful face as he looks down at you with meaningful hazel eyes.
Say what you need to say.
Just know that I burn for you, Contessa. That I would walk the brightness of 1,000 daytimes just for one night with you.
She'll walk up to him, give him a kiss on the cheek, and then turn back around and just look at her group like, oh my god.
Hey, you're the one with romance literature as a skill.
That's right.
I know.
You seem nice.
Not this awkward when I watched on TV.
Mm.
And as he sort of cherishes that brief kiss on the cheek, the credits begin to roll on Contessa, and all of you disappear off into another TV show. And I think that's where we're going to go ahead and take our quick break. So we're going to get up
Okay.
and stretch our legs and grab a drink and grab a snack, and we'll be back before you know it, right after these televised commercial announcements.
Mm.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for bearing with us while we ran off to take our quick break. We appreciate you hanging out here with us tonight as we continue our adventures through TV Land. Our heroes fought the mighty battle of the Contessa season finale and fended off Dracula and learned some stuff about the possible nature of this iteration of the Idiot Box. They ran into Emma Frost, who seemed to be another person who was awake and aware of what is going on, who explained that she was there to activate the Hulk in some manner in order to release the magical energy that the Scarlet Witch had poured into him in order to form an anchor for the big spell that is engulfed Camartage. After this explanation, our heroes have headed off through the credits of Contessa and into a new TV show. Resonant, you become aware first of what's going on.
Oh no.
As the world sort of goes dark in Contessa, and you immediately smell the deep, sort of biting smell of like industrial cleaner and rubber, and you can hear a steady beep noise. And you wake up in a small room with a mirror looking out over an operating chamber, and you find yourselves in teal. You find yourself in teal scrubs with a white mask on, getting ready to head in for some kind of surgery.
Okay. I will look for the set of double doors and slide my back against them, holding my hands up and away so that I don't touch anything.
Awesome. You run into Gatorman, who is similarly scrubbed up, except he's wearing dark blue instead of Dr. Green.
Mm.
And Gatorman is standing in front of a cart full of implements and tools and things.
Do you think you have everything there?
I think I have a very small mask with a big mouth.
And also, the fact that it's just over the front does nothing for the fact that your mouth opens on the sides.
Why are you dressed like a doctor?
Apparently I am in this show.
You can't do any worse than Mortis.
Well, I could, but actually... Well, we'll
No,
see.
trust me, you can't. I've tried. I've been there. It was not good.
Oh, let's see. Oh, let's play along for a little bit, I guess, and see what's happening. Bring the cart, I suppose. We're probably gonna need it.
I think this is the worst idea you've had, but all right, yeah, sure. I'll push the cart.
Excellent. You sort of both wander up to the operating table, where you can see there is a nondescript patient whose face has been covered up by the preparation gown. There is an opening where you can see they're looking like they're ready to cut open for some sort of surgery. And there are a bunch of very attractive and very important looking doctors and nurses about, all looking at resident with bated expectations.
All right. Give me. Catch me up to speed. What's going on?
This Vic came in on a crash cart last night with 2 GSWs, and we're trying to figure out why. We're trying to figure out why they're not responding to our long form medical stuff.
Last night? How long has it been since they were brought in with GSWs? And honestly, why are they so? Why does it not look like they've taken GSW wounds?
We were hoping you could tell us that, Doctor.
How long have they been prepped for surgery?
They've been ready for the last 30 minutes.
All right.
Cat, I see your background.
Okay. Let me. Alex, what would you like from me?
Just tell me what you want to do.
I want to see if I can pull on my gems.
They appear to feel very far away, but you think that you can still access them in some sort of manner.
Okay. Then I would like to pull on the malachite. And I don't necessarily want to use the healing power of calibration on this patient, but I want to utilize it to figure out what's going on.
Awesome.
So do you want a powers check for that?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a powers check for that.
Okay. So do I have that on the character sheet here? Nope. So it's a d20 plus 15. Uh, 19.
With a 19, you get the impression that a couple of weird things are going on inside this patient's body. You can definitely sense that there are bullets in there. You're not 100% sure how they got in there. Because it looks like this person's skin is completely unblemished.
Mm-hmm.
They're sort of smooth black skin, as you're getting a better look, sort of very chiseled, handsome face, small goatee, arms the size of beach balls.
Like biceps the size
Yeah,
of beach
like
balls,
biceps.
or arms?
Arms.
Okay, wait.
Length. Arms the
Wow.
length of beach balls.
That's not very long.
He's a T-Rex man.
Way to tick.
And you could definitely tell that, and giving with your sort of magically enhanced senses, you could tell that he has some sort of more than human situation going on.
Oh, okay.
Beach balls with hands on the ends, Popeye style.
Oh no. There's 4 arms like beach balls.
Those are tumors.
Okay. So with that information, can I point out to? I'm assuming they brought me in to actually figure out what was wrong, and they're going to perform the actual surgery.
Mhm.
Because if not, that's what I'm telling them that they're going to do. I'm going to point out where the bullets are, and basically tell them that you're not dealing with a normal situation here. This individual seems to be enhanced in some way. I could not begin to tell you how bullets entered this person's body when there's not a single entry wound on them. However,
The assembled doctors and nurses sort of look at each other. Enhanced? What do you mean? You mean like steroids?
potentially, or something worse. You did a tox screen?
We attempted to, but we aren't able to get any vitals from him, any fluids out of his skin.
Right. Okay. What about imaging?
We were getting ready to send him down to imaging once we got your consultation.
You have him prepped for surgery, and you were going to send him down to imaging after you got my assessment.
They all sort of look at each other like, well, we weren't sure what to do without your leadership, Dr. House.
You're all competent doctors who went to school for specific types of medicine. You are in an emergency room situation. At the very least, you would know that imaging comes before surgery, so you know what you're looking for.
They all seem to breathe a sigh of relief when you get testy with them. We'll get him ready for imaging if that's what you order, Doctor.
Bring the imaging machine here, since you already have him prepped for surgery.
Okay. And they will give a call down to the imaging lab where Centuria and Bowman are.
It's gonna be hard for me. All right. I have
You
to
are the-
pretend like
you
I
are the
don't know
imaging
what I'm
machine.
talking about.
And here I'm just making sure that I don't screw things up so Kat goes, well, you see, Andy.
Well, I'm like, what imaging machine you talking about?
I'm trying to
Because the
be
only ones that can
nondescript.
travel are X-ray and ultrasound.
Oh, well, X-ray would probably be important at this point.
Bullets in a body. X-ray works.
All right. I'll answer the phone. Hello.
Hello. We're looking to see if you can come up for an imaging appointment in OR3.
Yes, imaging. I know exactly what you're talking about. I will bring up the imaging machine right now.
Bring the aeroscope. We think it's going to be a two-person job, so if you could bring your partner up, that would be great too.
Of course. I can never do this type of thing alone.
The sass.
Yeah, Bowman just squints, not hearing the other half of that conversation. But he doesn't like the tone.
They put a dude with a metal leg in an MRI machine in an episode of House. Okay, like
Yep.
that would literally murder everyone.
Mm-hmm.
That's not safe. You're not even supposed to wear earrings in that machine.
No. Anyway, I'll turn to Bowman. They need us to go do imaging things, which I guess is probably that.
Okay.
But now I just have to find OR3.
That shouldn't be too hard. It'll be the one with all the important looking characters.
Nice. Good thinking.
Alright, let's
Centuria, which
grab that
machine are
machine.
you grabbing?
Say it.
I just like had I just had a vision of her like picking up the MRI machine. It's not even portable, she just picks it up.
It is
No,
now.
she'll probably take the X-ray machine. Because they didn't actually tell me what they're looking for. And Centuria doesn't know the difference.
Hmm.
So she's gonna assume they do all the same thing. She's never had to get imaging before.
So, Doc,
Will work
What?
on you.
what if this is our person? I mean, if he's in an accident, he has bullets in him, and he healed, does that seem, yeah?
The fact that they couldn't even do anything to pierce his skin leads me to believe that, yeah, this is who we're looking for. But Emma said to try playing along, so we'll try playing along for a little bit.
If you want an exploratory, maybe the bullets are what's keeping him down. He's fighting off an infection.
Or there's something worse with the bullets than just actual casings.
Right? So,
Cat, you
Look,
beat me by 2
uh,
seconds.
Hmm?
Oh, Cat beat me by 2 seconds.
oh. I mean, look, I've had some experience doing this dirty, so if you want, let me know.
Well, I'm hoping that the imaging machine will bring at least a couple of our friends up here.
Yeah, I'm just say it's not the first time we cut somebody open in the helpful way, for what it's worth.
Well, let's hope it doesn't actually come down to that, because I don't know that anything here can do what you're asking it to do.
Yeah, I get through.
That's right. Everybody out of the OR, Gatorman's gonna chew on him.
Nom 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 nom. It's surgery, okay? I'm saving him. Nom, nom.
No.
Not sure that's the best way to wake up the specific character.
Yeah, you get your season finale how you get it.
Sweet Christmas. Centuria and Bowman, before you leave with the X-ray machine, somebody in matching scrubs to yours, wearing red sunglasses, with a long cane, leans up against the doorway and says, "Where do you guys think you're taking that?"
We're bringing it up to OR3.
No, you're not. I'm taking it up to OR3.
No, you're not. We're taking it to OR3.
No, I'm like 2 images away from getting my raise. I needed to have a bad hospital episode just for Cat.
Well, that's for sure how that works. But Sweetie, we're the ones who got the call.
I mean, you got the call because you were here. I was out getting my lunch, but I'm off lunch now, and I can take the machine.
Well, we haven't been on lunch this whole time, so we're taking it. We're also 2 images away from our race.
Maybe we can all go
So
together.
get fucked. No.
He looks at you like, you
Why do you
can't
have
say that.
sunglasses on inside?
Because I'm blind.
Centuria, don't be rude.
You broke Cat, Alex.
I'm sorry.
This makes any sense.
Yep, that's exactly what.
Then I
X-rays
think it's
in
even more
Braille.
appropriate that we go up.
That is exactly the question Cat is asking herself, Warden Maximus.
Said he X-rays in Braille, Warden. It's okay.
I mean, the controls might be. That's not helpful for reading the image.
It's a really good
Oh my
imaging
God.
printer.
I'm gonna have a freaking asthma.
Prints it in Braille.
Yeah.
I mean, knowing who it is, he can certainly tell what the problem is without the machine.
Well, I'm going anyway, so come on, Bowman. And I will like jog off down the hall because this machine ain't shit to me.
It's a little heavier than you expected it to be.
I will slightly less jog then. Still walk very fast.
Poor Matt Murdock is gonna go find somebody else to image, I guess.
Never going to see his race.
Meanwhile, in the morgue, Mortis, you are downstairs in the morgue of this hospital, dressed in a white lab coat, standing with a tall, thin woman, also dressed in a lab coat with long, dark hair, who is currently taking pictures of a body that you're in the process of autopsying.
What does the dead body look like? Is it a blonde-haired man?
It is a blonde-haired man with a big dragon tattoo on his chest.
Oh. I was about to say.
Hmm.
I had so much fun picking what super teams were going to be in which TV show.
Dude, the bad tattoo was what killed him.
Always thought it was writing.
And he looks over at the woman you're with, looks at you, Mortis, and she says, "Yeah, I think you're onto something. I think he is on some sort of elevated toxicology related to the tattoo."
I look around for the camera.
She's holding one.
What the fuck? Give the what the fuck? Anyway, sure. I look for his chart.
Yeah, you're able to find a chart. This appears to be Danny Rand, a young man who was beat to death in a fight in an alley downtown. According to your handwriting. Give me a perception check, Mortis.
4. $29.
That's a natural 20 for Mortis as he's looking for the camera to to make faces into. Mortis, you think you see a spirit hovering over by the refrigerator, watching mournfully on for what you're doing.
Oh great! I'm stuck in iZombie. Does she have a name tag on her, like clipped to her, like a name badge or whatever, clipped to her little jacket?
She does. She's Dr. Jones.
Sure, if that is her real name. Excuse me for a moment, Dr. Jones. I will walk over to where the ghost is chilling.
He looks very similar to the man on the table, except he is not. He looks a little more super heroic than he does on the table. He's a little taller, a little more muscular, a little more dynamic.
A little less dead.
A little, well, it's probably splitting even on the dead, being a ghost.
Right. I kind of say low to myself, Randy, I suppose.
Danny Rand.
Danny.
You can see me?
Yeah, the thing I can do.
Okay, what kind of show is this? Because I'm pretty sure this was like a horny doctor show, but you could talk to ghosts. Like,
It could still be both, especially if we're on UPN.
well, are you a character in all this, or are you real?
I'm no real.
You gotta help me. My friend Luke's in trouble.
Oh, okay.
He's in surgery. We all got ambushed, all of the defenders, and we woke up here in this weird hospital situation.
So, question. Who jumped you?
The hand.
Who jumped by a hand?
They're. It's a ninja clan. It's a whole thing.
Definitely UPN.
Had to clarify because we fought a tooth.
And where's your buddy at?
I don't know.
Show me.
I've been looking all over for him, but every time I leave this area, I run into like a lot of dead people, and it's real scary. You know how many people die in the hospital?
Unfortunately, yes.
Oh yeah, I guess that's sort of your deal, isn't it? Are you a superhero? Are you with the Avengers? Who are you?
No, but I am an acquaintance of Doctor Strange.
That makes sense.
Well, that makes sense to you.
Okay, well, I think they're in. I think they're in an operating room upstairs or something. They've been there all night. We can go together if you want.
Sure, or if you can help guide me where he. I don't know what this guy looks like. So I need you to tell me who I'm looking for, and a little bit more about what the hell happened to you.
Yeah, I wish I knew more about what exactly happened, but it was like we were in Hell's Kitchen helping Daredevil out with something, and then the hand showed up, and they didn't attack us the way they usually do. They were raged out. I think they were avatars of Cthon maybe or something. I'm good at punching magic things, but I don't really know that much about magic things outside of that.
Ah, you're like Centuria.
Is she good at punching things?
Very good at punching things.
Oh, good. She sounds helpful to have around. We should go find her too. And he'll sort of lead you off into the hospital while making talking about just sort of whatever comes into his brain because he's a little scatterbrained. Yes, Ward Maximus, obviously not that good on account of being dead.
Apparently, he's a ghost with a concussion. So
that's my least favorite kind of poltergeist. Meanwhile, back upstairs, Resonant, Centuria, and Bowman have returned with the imaging device.
Give them both a nod and look over to Gator Man. Thank you for bringing that up.
Meet the patient.
Yeah, meet the patient. Apparently, they couldn't do anything without me telling them.
Sounds about right.
Well, should we image him?
Yes. Honestly, I'm better at the healing magic than actually what's going on in the show, so I know he's got bullets in him. I know we don't want to put him through a magnetic imager, but I'm fairly certain that thing's not something they can just wheel around a hospital.
I mean, hopefully we'll do this and not kill him from the radiation, but
I'm pretty sure he's a superhero.
Alright, well, no one get out of the room because we're on a TV show. And she'll adjust
Centuria, they bring you a second keyboard.
he goes twice as fast as you have two keyboards.
She positions it like over him. And then looks back at Bowman like,
That looks right.
Okay, you do the thing. Push the buttons or whatever.
Bowman will push the buttons. He knows technology. He does machines. He'll figure it out.
Give me a treatment check, Bowman.
Oh, I was really hoping for a technology check. What?
Look at that. Cat's trading in the treatment skill in real life.
That's not bad. 21.
It's really good.
What do you think, Cat? Do you think a 21 is enough to operate the X-ray machine?
It's the minimum age.
Yeah. Yes. It's one of the easiest ones of the imaging machines.
Hmm.
So you really just have to position them and then press a button. So yeah.
Okay.
It's fair. Do you think you roll a 20 every day on your job?
No.
We're gonna go to a customer service center for Jonesy next.
Ugh,
And do everything wrong.
what level of hell is this?
Awesome. So Bowman, you flip the switch, you push the button, you both operate a keyboard, and sure enough, you're able to hack into this person's body to figure out what's going on.
Oh, we're hacking into his body.
Yes.
Not physically.
Because apparently that's how medical imaging works.
Yeah, technologically speaking.
Of course.
I think
Yes.
that's
X-ray's amazing. It's in braille and it's all raised.
Obviously, doctor.
Doctor.
Thank you, doctor. And you're able to find out that there are two very large. They look sort of like bullets in his body. They're sort of semi-spherical clusters that are about 3 inches wide at the bottom, and they come up about another 2 inches up. One of them is in mostly one piece. The other one has sort of disintegrated after hitting something inside his body.
Do any of you know how to get this out of there? That might be what we need to get our hero back on his feet. But this isn't exactly my expertise.
No, that's what the rest of these people around the operating table are supposed to be able to do, but they.
You just order them to?
I don't think it'll work. Yes, I can tell them to do it, but I'm worried that they're not going to be able to cut into him. His skin is very impervious. I'm not entirely certain how those got in him to begin with.
I mean,
I saw Jonesy make magic hands.
you either go through you make a hole or you go through a hole, right?
It's kind of hard to make a hole in something that's resistant to a hole being made.
So go to plan B.
Do you have? She'll.
The rest
Resident
of the
will look up
doctors
at
are
the other.
looking like, what's plan B?
Do you have an endoscope with a grabby arm?
With a
Endoscope.
crappy arm.
I'm
There's
Put a
some
claw on
surgeries
it.
that will go
claw,
through
yes.
all right, go through a scope and a hose, and you can take that through the patient's mouth.
yeah. That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking.
Very
Well,
well.
no, technically.
Well, depending where in the body that is, but you know,
Yeah, where are the bullets actually at, Alex?
There is one that is sort of in the flank side, the right-hand side of the body, a little bit above center mass. And the other
Okay.
one is just underneath his left nipple.
Are they in his lungs, or are they basically sitting in the tissue between the skin and any major organs?
It's hard to tell with the images that you took.
Well, because we're not getting them out with an endoscope if they're in the tissue between the organs.
Maybe
gonna
if
be-
we turn him over on his side and take an image that way, we can do like a
Cross section.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get another
Yeah.
image.
Figure out where it is.
That's when Daredevil shows up with the ultrasound machine. He's like, actually, I think we should use this machine.
I think you're wrong.
Oh, this guy.
We tried
even
it your
see that.
way. I think we should try it my way.
What are you gonna do with that?
I'm gonna find the bullets.
They're in the guy. Found him.
I'm gonna find the path to remove them.
Yes,
Alright.
we shouldn't really say no to help at this point.
Right. Go ahead. Let's get the patient on their side and let's set up the ultrasound.
And Charlie Cox walks over and gets the jelly out of the ultrasound machine.
It doesn't come in the ultrasound machine, Alex.
Not in real life.
For my feelings.
I didn't even have to see Kat's face when you said that. I could just imagine her just going, "Oh my god."
No, keep going. What does he do?
dig
He
a
sounds
hole,
the
Alex.
ultra.
Dig a hole.
I'm doing this on purpose. It's every medical show ever. He takes a handful of it and he slaps it on the side of the man, rubs it up and down with his hand, and then he puts a paddle on the side of it and he says clear.
What?
What? It takes an image.
Yeah, it takes an
And
image.
it takes an image.
Now one more and he gets a raise.
And he looks in the direction of Bowman and Centurion and says, "You're not getting in the way of me and my last image."
No, of course not.
No, I would never stop you.
And after it takes the image, he puts his fingers on the jelly on Luke Cage's side, and he feels along his thorax. He says, "I found tunnels inside his body where the bullets have passed through. It might be possible for us to take a microscopic endoscope inside and insert a doctor to remove these."
What?
What?
I have
What?
no fucking clue what you're talking about right now.
I'm sorry. Are you suggesting that people can shrink?
No, but we do have a ghost doctor. And Mortis walks into the operating room.
Oh my god.
Oh, thank God.
I think this show borrowed some of the Contessa writers.
Ooh.
Got it. Ghost Dog. I'm out of here. Seen the show. Live the series.
"That's lunch," said Gatorman.
Doctor.
Doctor.
Jesus Christ.
Mortis,
So-
Danny looks down and he says, "That's my friend Luke. He's the one that's in trouble." I mean, I guess I'm in trouble too because I'm dead or whatever, but I usually get better from that.
Huh. So, I walk over to the rest of the heroes and go, "So apparently this is Luke. He got jumped by a ninja. Because that's apparently a thing that happens.
A singular ninja?
Apparently there was lots of ninjas.
Okay, that makes
The
more sense.
Plural of
Fair
ninja
enough.
is ninja.
I know.
This is Danny.
Go ninja, go ninja, go.
He's got a couple of very odd bullets inside of his body, and
This guy wants you to go inside of him and get him out.
Do you think you can do it, Doctor?
Huh. So, where are these bullets?
pull up the image on the ultrasound.
And I will.
It's
I
just
will-
blurry because Matt Murdock is blind.
It's in braille.
He's like, it's right there, and it's just like literally nothing.
I can see it. I can feel it.
So yeah, I will go ghostly and reach in and try to grab the bullets and remove the bullets from Luke Cage.
Excellent. Mortis, give me a treatment check.
Sure, Jan. 12.
12's not horrible.
I can spend a hero point.
For a hospital show, it's not the worst. Probably gonna work regardless.
It's
For
a
about
ghost
45
hospital.
minutes.
I'm a ghost doctor.
Yes, Ghost Doctor.
And so, let me try again.
Until they turn this to rising tension and it's not the real problem. We have to deal with more shit.
It's 16 now. That's about as good as it's gonna get. So,
Well, with a 16, you are able to reach in there and you sort of ghostly feel around in his guts and you find the foreign objects and you yank both of them out. When you do that, his heart rate monitor begins to spike and begins to increase ferocity, beeping and beeping and beeping, and he begins to seize.
He's crashing.
Oh no, Doctor.
Get the paddles?
We don't need
That's for
another
the
image.
ultrasound.
Not those paddles.
Oh, the other one. Sorry.
Gosh darn it, stand back. This time Resident will use calibration and attempt to heal Luke Cage.
Doctor, don't you mean clear?
No. Oh, natural one. We were rerolling that.
He does.
Sorry. Yeah. Okay, 25. Actually, that's a 30. That's a 35 because I rolled a 10.
Nice.
Awesome. So, Andy, what is your bullshit medical reason that this works?
It is Resident does grab the paddles and places them on his chest. And just she sends her energy, the Malachite energy through them to get to Luke Cage. She's feigning that she's using paddles to clear and reset his heart. Tachycardia.
Excellent.
dude, in a show with a ghost doctor, they couldn't just have her use magic to heal him. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know.
Tachycardia is not the word.
No.
That means
Well-
your heart's beating too fast.
Well, it was. Or no, he was crashing.
Yeah.
Well,
It was, then it wasn't.
no, it was
You
that
said
it wasn't.
restart
Yes.
his heart, and I was like,
It was.
"Mm-mm."
It was beating too fast. I'm putting it back in rhythm.
Okay, bud.
Yeah, I know.
The rhythm's gonna get you.
Rhythm
I
may
am
be
not a
lose
medical
control.
professional. I am, and I don't play one on TV very well.
Neither did they.
So apparently we're on a UPN show.
Mm.
He's a member of a group called the Defenders. They were jumped by some magically hyped up ninjas that may have been working or souped up with Cthulhu's energy. His partner is dead and floating around over that way.
He waves even though only Mortis can see him.
Um,
I guess Resident can see him.
I can see the mystical, probably,
Mhm.
energy of that.
so he seems to think he's gonna get better soon, though, because apparently that's a thing he does.
Okay.
I don't. Who else is on your team?
Well, that guy over there next to the ultrasound machine.
The douche.
That's. I almost said douche devil. That's Daredevil.
Oh, no.
Both are correct.
And your assistant downstairs, Dr. Jones. That was Jessica Jones. She's the other member of our team.
Okay, so it's apparently this guy is also on the team normally, and so is the hot grunge chick downstairs in like lab or morgue.
Centuria looks at the blind dude and is like looking skeptical. Like, why is this man on the superhero team? That doesn't make any sense.
Apparently his name's Daredevil normally.
Oh, right, because like he's doing flips and stuff. Right.
Hey, that's
The
right.
agile imager.
He's like, that is what I do.
Agile imager.
Resident will check in on Luke Cage and see how he's doing after attempting to settle his issue.
He is stable. His vitals are stable. He's not conscious yet, but he is no longer in danger of expiring before this commercial break.
Okay.
So can we get the Jones? Was it? Can we get her to join us up here? I don't know if we can move this guy downstairs.
But the other three don't seem to know what's going on. So I mean, obviously he doesn't know what's going on. He's been like this since they brought him in.
Yeah, Daredevil's not usually an asshole like that. He's usually an asshole in different ways.
Okay, so apparently this guy's not not usually this flavor of asshole. And Jessica didn't seem to be aware of what's going on, but Randy does seem to be aware of what's going on. So,
I would like to get a read on the mystical energy coming off of Danny Rand.
Okay.
Perception?
Yep.
38.
The energy that is swirling around him is similar to what you saw around Emma Frost. Luke Cage has similar energy to the Hulk.
Okay.
It's all Scarlet Witch energy, but
right,
it's subtly different.
Okay.
More or less chaotic. Would it help if we try to get him back in his body?
I think it might, but I think we want to get all four of them together. So, Resident will look at the doctors. Patient's stable. I'll take it from here. Go see what's next on your charts.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you, Doctor. Thank you, Doctor. And they scurry off as one horde of interns.
Yeah. Oh no. Resident will grab the gurney and move it over so that we can transfer Luke from the operating table onto it.
Mm-hmm.
And then she'll look at the rest of them and say, you said Danny's body's downstairs, right?
Yep, he's in the morgue. That's where apparently they stashed me.
Okay. Well,
typecast much.
Gator Man walks back in eating a Caesar salad. You done, Mortis?
All right. Well, we're gonna take Mr. Cage downstairs. Make sure nothing happens to him. She'll look at Daredevil, and you're gonna come with us.
Well, yeah, I don't want to miss on the post-surgery image.
Of course not.
Of course not.
Really? They made him an imaging tech?
I know. I thought it was rude too. So Danny.
All right. So we're gonna head to the elevator. We're gonna go down to the morgue for the patient who definitely doesn't need to go to the morgue.
That's okay. The hospital doesn't care if you take patients where they're not supposed to go.
Would probably beg to differ. There's two people in this group who should know better, Mr. Transporter.
I was gonna say my whole job was taking people in the hospital where they were supposed to go. Down to see Cat.
Yeah, but this hospital is also like just 3 different sets. So
Yeah. The operating
It's
room,
literally
patient room.
the operating room, imaging lab, and morgue.
The morgue is actually the operating room. They just changed the set dressing.
Probably. All right, so we'll take Luke down to the morgue.
As you're taking him down to the morgue, you can start to hear like hospital theme music playing. But as you come to the bottom of the elevator shaft, the music switches very quickly to a more noir style of music. You hear a dunk dunk.
Okay.
Dun, 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 dun.
Step out of the elevator, pushing the gurney. I don't know if that's the actual word for it.
Gurney's
enough.
fine. Yeah, Gurney's not the wrong word. We called them carts when I worked there.
Well,
18 different types of beds, carts,
Yeah.
gurneys.
And as the elevator door opens, you start making your way deeper into the morgue. The lighting of the entire show changes from the sort of bright white hospital romance to a gritty noir style cop show. And as you
Okay.
wheel Luke Cage into the morgue, you see that all of you have gone from wearing hospital clothes to wearing police clothes. Various detectives, uniformed officers. And Jessica is still there as the attending physician in the morgue.
who's the ranking officer in this party now?
Gatorman. Detective
I thought I was the
Gatorman.
informant.
Detective Gatorman.
We've upgraded from a UPN show to a CW show.
In the middle of the season, or in the middle of the episode.
And Jessica looks at you, Detective Gatorman, when you come into the room. She says, "Who's the new Vic?"
Local perp got in a fight. Hanging condition. Want you to give him a once over? Sound right?
Yeah, I can give him a look. What happened to him? Just roughed up?
Yeah, got met the wrong crowd.
For that we mean ninjas.
You said ninjas? There were more ninjas in town?
There were enough that there's more.
This town's full of ninja. It's a real problem. It's like
Yeah.
every time somebody turns around, they're getting offed by a ninja.
Just I'll let that sink in later.
Ninja 99.
It's what you guys are supposed to be here to stop, right?
Yeah.
Ninja Force.
Detective Morty over here happens to have the weapon, so that'll help. Assuming you still have said bullets.
You just still have the bullets from the surgery.
The little silver little pan that they use for parts. Like.
I don't think I've ever seen them use bullets before. The ninja are upgrading.
Oh, maybe. Hey, rookie, look at Bowman.
Oh, great! I'm the rookie again.
You take a look at the weapon, see what you can put together.
Sure, I can do that.
Mortis, Danny is looking at all of this like, what the hell is happening?
Wish I could tell you.
And I actually have to run to the bathroom real quick. Do you guys think you can entertain each other while I sneak away?
Certainly.
Awesome.
Certainly.
I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
So Resonant will look over at Mortis. Any chance you can put our friend back in his body and maybe that'll put an end to all of this?
I can definitely try.
I mean, his magical energy is similar to what
Was it-
I got off of Emma. Luke seems to be more like Dr. Banner was. But maybe if we do something that will be way outside the norm for what this world is, it might snap the other two back into remembering who they are and possibly wake up Luke.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know how we can make this world much weirder. We have ninja cops, and
Would be the polar opposite of this world.
I don't know, but if this turned into a whatever this is, Centuria, do you want to take the door just in case somebody wants to finish the job?
Yeah.
I mean, we got them together. Maybe we can memory of the other three out of it too. But wake one up and let the other two figure it out.
It's probably a good idea. That's what I'm hoping that will happen from getting Danny back in his body, but maybe getting them to talk about the ninjas since they were all jumped by them might spark it that way too.
If they were jumped outside of this reality, that could be something we need to watch out for once we make our way out.
Well,
yeah, when they were jumped, and then that was the last thing they remembered, and they woke up here. So
do we think that if they were getting rid of heroes to make Cathan's crusade against Doom easier, I mean, dumping them in a place where they can't readily escape from is honestly a smart move. But they didn't count on us coming around to put an end to it.
would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for your middling kids.
10 years ago.
Gator too.
10 years ago. 10 years ago, that was all we were. Right, Mortis?
And Mortis, Mr. Ghostman, doesn't seem to recognize this place. This isn't the place he got jumped.
No, he was definitely not in a hospital / morgue / cop show.
There. What else can we talk about without Alex?
So I'm just gonna say, Mortis, I never want to see you as a doctor again. You were the scariest person I've ever met in my entire life. My teeth still hurt thinking about it.
Not Nightmare Show. Once I have to close my window.
Do, 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 do.
Ugh.
So how long can we be at this? There has to be an end.
I would think so. But it depends on how many pillars that Scarlet Witch put up to keep this place active, to keep Wong, I'm assuming, imprisoned here. We know we've gotten...
haven't even caught a glimpse of him.
No, we probably won't until we break this spell. We've got one already. Luke is another.
But according to the Diamond chick, they've done this 25 times and there's not been any change.
Well,
but was she able to disconnect anybody?
So that's what she's been doing, playing along.
He just got done with the Hulk. But if she's doing it, playing along, it's not getting anywhere. So it's not the right solution. It's not even the right approach.
That's why I don't necessarily want to play along. I want to try to jump ahead. We've played along up to this point, and this thing just changed its rules on us. So let's change the rules on it. We bring Danny back from the dead. That's going to be against the reality that we're in. Against
I
the
don't
rules.
know. They're ninjas fighting cops. I don't know how much they're,
that's fair. But I thought that was more about where they came from and less about here. Oh no. Jessica just said that that was the case.
Yeah. But it seems like this reality might be a little closer to what they actually were dealing with.
Yeah. So if it's less likely for someone to miraculously return from the dead after having been dead for a while, you were in the morgue with him. How long had he been? Has he been dead?
I don't know. When we got here, I was literally standing over his open tray. He wasn't warm to the touch.
Okay.
But is he only dead in the show?
I don't believe so. I believe they killed him in real life, which is why he got stuck here.
And you think that's possibly why he knows he's in a TV show?
I'm back. Sorry about that,
Awesome.
y'all.
But I
What'd I miss?
Everything. We solved it.
Oh, good. You guys got out.
we got it.
We found Wong.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we're just hanging out now.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I got my Caesar salad back.
Yeah. We killed Adrian, actually.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
I was on board, so you got to that part.
So how long has Danny been here?
Danny looks around. He says, I think... Well, it's kind of hard to tell, because... They keep saying they brought Luke in last night, but I feel like it was more like a week ago.
And how long had the other question was how long had Danny been dead?
He says, I've been dead the whole time.
How long was it? How long was it noted on his chart? What time of death and how many days ago? The idea was basically, the idea is basically, if we bring Danny quote back to life, is it going to be one of those oh my god it's a miracle type things, or oh my god this shouldn't happen because he's been dead for multiple days?
His death on the death certificate says 12 hours ago.
Okay, so long enough that if he came back to life, it would really be unsettling to the world to some degree, because it violates the rules.
Unless it was the X-Files.
Mm,
They are fighting ninjas.
they are fighting ninjas, but being brought back to life might be, outside of that.
Well, I'd say we change the rules of the show.
Okay.
I'm going to go over to the desk, the mortician's desk.
Okay.
Grab a Sharpie, and we're gonna go to Danny's drawer where they keep Danny locked. Roll him out. Figure out which drawer he's supposed to be in. So let's say he's in, 2 over from the right and the middle, top to bottom. Basically, I'm gonna on the ground. I want to draw like bullshit magic stuff. Woo! So that when I open the drawer, he's literally like he would be right above it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to rock to Brana Nick 2, and I'm going to basically reach out, grab Danny, and shove him back into his body.
Awesome. He is shunted back into his body, and he gasps for air, and he sits up straight in the morgue chair, in the morgue drawer, and he kind of gasps, and Dr. Jessica Jones freaks out and jumps back. I always knew that this was possible. I knew. I've worked in a morgue long enough to know that not everybody who's in a morgue stays dead forever. So you're here to stop the ninjas.
Oh yeah.
and what they did to you.
What did they do to me?
They put you here.
I knew I wasn't
Try to
supposed to be a
remember.
doctor.
Apparently, you're friends with the dude with the tattoo and the Adonis on the other table over there. And Douche Devil.
Officer Murdoch doesn't think that sounds correct.
Just to make sure, can I take a good sniff or use my cop intuition, see if I can sense any ninjas lurking about?
Give me a perception check.
To also penetrate concealment for what it's worth, and budget. I've got hero points, it's got to use one.
Love that they're around because you hear the rap song Go Ninja, Go Ninja, Go playing.
Go
in the background.
ninja, go ninja. 28.
28. You think that you definitely smell ninja nearby. Maybe as close as the elevator at the end of the hallway.
That is why I posted Centuria at the door to the morgue.
That's also something you missed.
That is also something you missed.
I wonder if we can. So we've already possibly bent the rules of reality for the CD show by basically bringing people back from the dead. So let's play with that.
Okay.
I look over the now alive Danny Rand.
He jumps up off the table, cracks his neck and puts his hands together, and he says, I think I can hear the hand coming.
Well,
Walk
then
over.
you-
Let's
Right.
walk over to the door and open it.
Phrasing.
They're about to hear my hand coming.
Nice.
Um,
I mean, Century, it's it's kind of funny. If the elevator doesn't open, the ninjas don't come out, right?
what are these? And I'm looking over at Danny, looking at the other two. Going, what do these two normally able to do?
You're pointing at Jessica and Matt Murdoch.
Yes.
He says that Jessica's really strong and mean, and she's always able to find the truth. And he's like regular strong and mean and can always find the truth.
Is he usually blind?
Yeah, but he has this weird like second sense that like he can tap into, and he can still like perceive things despite not having his eyes. He's really good at hearing and smelling and tasting.
Tasting?
Tasting?
I assume. I never talked to him about it.
Okay.
And
Yeah, stop the door. Stop the ninja from getting down here. We'll see about knocking some sense into these two, I suppose.
So I'm going to go over to the coat rack, and there's going to be a black leather jacket on the coat rack, specifically the one Jessica normally wears in the comics.
oh yeah. Hey, it's hat rack.
Return of Hat Rack. And I'm going to walk over to Jessica and say, "This, I believe, belongs to you. You need to remember who you are. Your name is Jessica Jones. You're a badass."
She looks at you and she looks at the coat, and she sort of shakes her head and she says, "I think I'm starting to realize. This is not anything that's supposed to be happening."
Nope. Cathon and ninjas gave you the whammy.
I don't like it when that happens.
I don't think anybody likes it when that happens.
Yeah, but I don't
We're
like
friends
it. I don't like losing my agency more than most people. And she puts the coat on and she pops the collar up and she turns to go fight the ninjas. More
I
Mortis?
guess Resident. Go ahead, Jonesy, if you had more.
No.
Right. Resonant will turn to Matt Murdoch. and go, I think it's time for you to remember who you are too. Your friends are out there fighting the same people that put you here. Are you just gonna sit here and let them fight that battle without you?
It's very wise to employ Catholic guilt.
Wasn't trying to, but yeah, it works.
He like Jessica sort of swoons a little bit, and after you're sort of activating him and pulling on these core memories, he shakes his head and he takes off some of the lab coat and he wraps it around his head and he pulls it tight. He says, "You're right. I have a duty to protect this city. You're with me, Vogai."
The
Yeah,
sleeves,
it's a voice too.
Well,
the
voice.
sleeves.
Is it you doing?
Okay, never mind.
Just let her have this moment.
Yeah, I guess.
You look like a jackass. It's your scarf.
What about the unconscious one?
Well, he's healed, right? He's just unconscious.
Yeah.
That's what the medical chart said upstairs.
Detective Gatorman will just walk over to him, reach in one of his pockets, and pull from his pocket some leftover spicy lunch and just stick it under his nose like some smelling salts. Wakey wakey.
Luke Cage wakes up with a frickin' alligator in his lap. Rolls backwards and jumps up, ready to fight.
Orange sunshine.
Hey,
It's
you're
okay.
supposed to be fighting Spider-Man?
I met him too. No, ninjas are coming. Go help your friends. You know your friends are, right?
Yeah,
Oh, good. Then you're fine. Ninjas are coming back.
I don't think fine's the right word.
No, but you will be, especially once we get this place back to what it's supposed to be.
Well, you coming?
Yeah. Got to hold them off long enough for the anchor to dissipate from here. Now that you're awake, hopefully that'll happen sooner rather than later.
Everybody give me a perception check.
I got a 30.
I got a 30.
35.
Bowman got a 31.
I got
And we all
10.
seeing. I got a 10.
Mortis got a rock.
Mortis got a rock. Mortis absolutely got a rock.
Everybody who's not Mortis, you hear sort of very faintly on like the peripheral of your ability to perceive things, a woman's voice say, "Wade, give me that remote now. You've had enough fun with my project. I've got to make sure these heroes don't spoil everything for Cthon."
Oh no.
And those of you who got a 30 or higher can hear what sounds like a brawl taking place in a living room. Like you can hear a coffee table being smashed, couch being flipped over, snacks going everywhere. Deadpool is swearing.
Oh, my childhood.
An accident that happens that doesn't happen and happens again.
Yes. And the world around you begins to fade as the channel changes, as the defenders go out to fight the ninjas.
And we hear, not my IKEA furniture.
The Cheetos.
Not my chimichanga! Bob, pull her hair! And you guys find yourself back on the intergalactic rover of the rover rescue, back in your dog forms.
I would have preferred fighting the ninjas.
Maybe there's gonna be space ninjas.
Okay, I'm back in.
If they are, I bet you they look like cats.
They 100%.
That would make sense.
If I remember right, we were looking for Rocket Raccoon.
We were supposed to be on our way to him.
Can I tell if the spaceship is moving?
You can tell the spaceship is moving.
Okay. Well, it seems like we dropped in at the right time for that to be true.
Yep. Each of you is at a different station on the bridge of the rover spaceship. What is everybody's role on the bridge?
What are the options?
There's the captain, there's the science officer, there is the engineer, the pilot, the counselor,
The security officer.
security officer.
I guess I could do piloting. I have vehicle seals.
I was like Gunner, and then I was like, this is a kids show. Yeah, if that security officer thing exists, I guess I'll do that.
Security
Okay,
officer
right.
Centuria.
Mm-hmm.
You were a great Pyrenees, right? That's what we said Centuria was.
I don't remember what I said. Sure. That sounds good.
Counselor Little Gator.
Oh, that's right. You're just an alligator. You aren't even a dog.
Yep.
He's the alien on the ship.
Mhm.
Tell me your problems, and the tail will just.
You're gonna take counselor. You're gonna leave me with captain, aren't you?
100%.
Yep.
Fine.
That will leave me as. Oh god, this is going to be a bad choice, but it leaves me as a science officer. No,
Not true.
no, I need to be the medical officer.
Mm-mm.
He's dead, Jim.
He's dead, Jim. Boom. Now he's not.
I love that Mortis has been a doctor in like every show this time. Okay,
Right.
Captain. So your ship has fallen out of hyperspace,
Okay.
and you are on the trail of Rocket Raccoon, who has been taken by the accusers. We're going to go into a skill challenge to see if you can track down Rocket's location after coming out in a scrapyard of Rocket's former ship.
Not the Bowie.
Not the Bowie. Yeah, I need everybody to tell me what you want to do as a skill check or a powers check to steer our heroes in the right direction for Rocket. Starting with the captain.
All right. Well, I guess I'm going to. Excuse me. I'm going to direct my crew to their tasks, basically sensor sweeps and other things of that nature. I would like to inspire my teammates with a persuasion check.
That sounds good to me.
Okie doke. That's a 31.
That is going to be 3 degrees of success on the skill challenge.
I give the rousing captain speech.
The rousing captain speech. Do you have any lines from the rousing captain speech?
Let's see here. we will find him. Because he would do the same for us if we were in his situation. So get on those scanners. Find the trail of the accusers. And let's find Rocket. That's all I got.
Excellent. What about the security officer? What do you want to do, Centuria?
Oh God, don't say that.
I think you need to image it.
Yeah.
Get the gel.
That's actually sort of funny because I was looking at using perception. I'm looking out for threats, anything that we need to avoid, any weird things in our path. Trying to make sure that the ride goes as smoothly as possible.
Give me a perception check.
26.
That'll be 1 degree of success. Do you want to narrate anything that happens during this?
I don't know. Not really.
That's okay. Yeah, you're manning the sensors, keeping an eye out for surprises, making sure that nothing comes out of warp to surprise you or anything like that. What about Mortis?
Question for you.
What's up?
Do our powers work here?
They do, but they are flavored as science fiction.
So I will use my strange jackal-like powers along with my scanners to try to home in on life science.
Excellent. That's right, you're a scary Anubis dog in space.
Yes. Yes. Yes, I am. $27.
That will also be a degree of success on the challenge. As you're keeping an eye out for life signs, you do see minor signs of life sort of scattered around. It looks like there was an attack here and somebody took off with a decent amount of prisoners off in a starboard-esque direction.
Fascinating.
Bowman.
Well, I was gonna sniff around and do some investigating. I guess trying to see like the number of enemies we're dealing with, if anyone else was with Rocket when he got captured, that sort of thing.
Sure.
Alright. Investigation for a result of 34.
That will be 3 degrees of success for the skill challenge, Bowman. As you are, as you're investigating around, you could tell that there was one very large attacking force that came through here. You're not sure if it was one big ship or a couple of mid-sized ships, but they came through and absolutely decimated Rocket's ship. It looks like they were trying to escort somebody along. And with your 34 investigation, Bowman, you think you see a golden retriever floating out in the wreckage.
So Bowman will definitely point them out to the rest of the group.
And Gator Man. Gator Man might be on mute.
No, just trying to think of what else would work. Because it got pretty much most of them. If they're not here, don't know if I've got much to add to that one. So can I use just good old-fashioned insight since if they've came in and they've kidnapped him and pulled him off to a particular, if kidnapped him, they had to come in with a plan in place to get away. So they're going to look for the easiest vector in and the easiest vector out. Can I try and suss that out using the rest of the clues that we've got?
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Counselor Gator looks at human intention, alien intention, 27.
That will be a degree of success for the challenge. So you guys have succeeded on the challenge. Thanks for not rolling low, anybody. Gator, not Gator Dog, just Gator.
Council Willow Gator.
Counselor Gator. You get the impression that they came in through the same warp gate that you did. Like they dropped out of hyperspace in a similar vector to where you were. And looking with insight, do you think the easiest way out of here would be to descend to the planetoid off to the a few hundred distances of space away? Further into the system, there is a planetoid that you think may be a place to lay low.
Right hat, Captain.
And the
Right.
the golden retriever will crash into the windshield of your spaceship. And will open
Perfect.
one eye and bark very loudly.
Bring him aboard.
That was unexpected.
Yes, very much so.
When you bring him aboard, he still shivering cold from space exposure. He stumbles into the cargo hold, lays down, looks up at you, and says, "Who are you heckin' guys?"
I'm Resonant.
I'm Bow Dog. Temporarily.
Who are you?
I'm Bork, the Dog of Thunder. And that's where we'll end this week's episode.
Yeah.
Whew, what a day.
Are
Seriously.
checking through the universe.
Bark trekking. But thank you everybody who's been hanging out here with us tonight. We appreciate you spending time with us as we continue our journey through the multiverse of the Master Mage. We are certainly we're having a fun time here in Marvel Land. We are going to continue just a little while longer here in the Marvel Idiot Box. So make sure you come back next week so we can see the final conclusions of Rover Rescue and Magenta Anatomy. We'll be back here, same bat time, same bat channel. As far as updates around the network, next Tuesday we should have an episode of Gemstars. Friday we have a new episode of the podcast. Origins is quickly approaching, and we are doing all sorts of preparation for it, so we really can't wait to see all of you there. I want to give everybody a chance to say goodbye, give them plug anything they want to plug, and then we'll get out of here for the evening, starting with Kat.
Hey guys, thanks for watching as always. You got to watch me struggle, listen to Alex talk about my own job this week, so that's fun. As for Origins coming up, definitely if you see us, say hi to us. I would love to match faces to names finally, so that would be pretty awesome. So please come up and chat. I might be awkward, but that's just who I am, so please. Except for Calvin, because Calvin's lame
What?
and won't be there.
Oh.
Calvin's coming. I'm going to go pick him up.
Oh, good. Okay, yeah. Carpool.
Not lame.
Other than that, listen to our podcast that comes out every Friday, and I will pass it to Jonesy.
Thanks everyone for tuning in tonight. It was awesome. Yeah, it was just weird. So as far as checking out, the other games and other shows, that's awesome. Please do all of the social media stuff. There's also lots of cool M&M stuff over on the Roll20 marketplace. Plug. And as far as that, I'm also looking forward to seeing people at Origins. You can find me at the Green Lantern booth at Origins. So come by and say hi if you're going to the region. With that, I'll kick it down to Bowman.
All right. Yeah, having a good time with this. So definitely looking forward to hanging out with Bork, the Dog of Hammers next week. And also check out Gemstars on Tuesdays and the Heroes of Tomorrow podcast on Fridays, which is sort of hopped into some other stuff that's been going on in the USP universe or multiverse, as it were. And if you're on YouTube, please check out the Win with Dice channel because we have weekly tabletop RPG podcasts and gaming streams. Bunch of cool Sims stuff going on there, and Mass Effect being very, very sad. So check that out. And I'll pass it over to Andy.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining us tonight. If you're joining us live, we appreciate you doing that. If you're joining us on video on demand or over on YouTube with our back content, then we definitely appreciate that as well. Keep coming back, supporting this small little slice of superhero shenanigans that we like to call USP. And we will see you next week. Deuce.
Hey everybody, thank you so much for watching however you do, live, in person, or after the fact. We appreciate it. We love you. It's great. Thank you to our Patreons. Thank you to anyone who just supports us however you do so. It's always appreciated. Hope to see you next week. Hope to see you at Origins. I'll be there too. Hugs are always offered, but always optional. And have to be remarkably anxious to see the Speed of Lightning, Roar of Thunder, Thunderdog. Yeah. As that song has got stuck in my head all night. We'll pass it back to Alex.
I'm starting to think that maybe Calvin's not very good at Mass Effect.
It's not my fault, okay?
The story, bro.
Straight killing peeps.
Look, I replayed all of Mass Effect 2 so I could keep anyone from dying, and then Mass Effect 3 is like, bam, bam, all of your friends just gowned.
Give me that NPC. Come here. Give me that.
It started promising with gratuitous butt shots. It was so weird. It went down so downhill so fast.
That's how they get you.
That's how they get you. They hide the trauma. I don't even give you guys that, so that's... I need to up my game, I guess.
No.
No.
Alex butt shots to start every episode. Get in the comments.
Oh, that...
Get in the comment.
All right, here we go.
I thought you had the trauma.
I'll do it. But again, thank you everybody for hanging out with us. We hope that you take care of yourselves until the next time we see you. Please continue to make good choices, play a game, take care of yourself, do all the things that you want to do, and we'll see you